Hey again, local Jay Swearingen, Dwell, Kansas City Real Estate, and welcome to another episode of Living in 64116, where we introduce you to the businesses and organizations just north of the river and the role they play in making the Northland such a cool place to live and work and play and raise a family. Hey, the city of North Kansas City has a new police chief. We're going to go meet Chief Kevin Freeman here in Living in 64116. Chief, thanks for having us out.
Sure, thanks for coming by.
Man, I appreciate it. So, new police chief, but not new to Northtown.
No, not at all. I've been around the Northland for all my life. Been here with North Kansas City for 23 years now, almost.
As a cop here in Northtown, 23 years.
As a cop here in North Kansas City.
Wow, like patrolman and...
So yes, started in '97. Went to the Kansas City, Missouri Police Academy. After I got through the academy, I started off as a patrol officer, detective, then promoted through the ranks, sergeant, major, and now chief of police.
Oh, that is all right. Big shoes to fill. Chief Beamer, before that Glenn Ladd, if that's correct?
Yeah, yes.
All good dudes?
Very, very, very well.
You worked with all of them?
Worked with all of them, consider them both mentors, friends, so yeah, it's definitely big shoes to fill.
Now, what I've noticed, and I wonder from a police officer's perspective, Northtown has changed a lot. You know, we've always had a little bit of retail, some bars and dive bars and that sort of thing, but now it has really picked up. How does that change your job?
You know, it really doesn't change our job too much. The new development, some of the entertainment options here in North Kansas City alter what we do a little bit, but the basic function of policing really hasn't changed throughout the years.
Okay. Now, Northtown is its own city. It's landlocked. It's within the city of Kansas City. Yeah, we don't touch Gladstone at all, right?
Correct, yeah.
We got Kansas City all around us. What kind of issues does that present? Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Does it matter?
You know, we've always been really unique here in North Kansas City. We have a really small residential population for the metro area, but we also have a large daytime population. So our patrol tactics don't really vary too much because of that swing in population between days and nights. You know, we are landlocked by Kansas City. We have a strong patrol presence here in North Kansas City. We have one of the highest police officer per capita ratios in the United States. So
yeah.
we try to keep a lot of the problems that sometimes Kansas City seems to get, and some of our surrounding communities. We try to keep those out of North Kansas City.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm a resident, so I get to see police officers go by all the time.
Right.
There's plenty of them. You know, over time, I've heard they referred to Northtown as Mayberry. And you've probably heard that yourself. Do you see any correlations?
No, I really don't. You know, we do try to do our fair share of community policing and getting out and being approachable to our community, but you know, the days of Mayberry are long gone, probably.
Yeah, that's probably right. So let's talk about, you know, years of being a police officer. You have pulled over a lot of people. So let's add some value here to this conversation. You get pulled over. You're giving some people some tips. What are some tips? Okay, I'm getting pulled over. What do I need to know from a police officer's perspective?
I think from a police officer perspective, the main thing is just stay calm. Stay calm. Don't get argumentative at the side of the road. We're not going to solve your case roadside. So if there's a problem, you don't agree with the reason why you're pulled over, or the reason why you were given a ticket, the place to argue that is in court, not the roadside. It's just not productive to do that.
Fair enough.
For the officer's safety, you know, we always want to try to see where your hands are at. That's the main thing that we're looking for when we approach your car. So
up on the steering wheel or
if
something?
the hands are on the steering wheel, that's perfect. If it's nighttime, if you can click the dome light on as we're approaching, we appreciate that a lot. Probably the last thing is just be nice. We really do strive to be professional and respectful in every contact that we have within North Kansas City. It may not always get you out of the ticket, but it can't hurt,
Yeah,
right?
it can't hurt. That's right. All right, so I'm walking down the street during Snake Saturday. Can I carry a beer around with me?
You cannot.
Cannot.
Zero tolerance for alcohol on Snake Saturday.
All right, so inside the stores, but once you leave, you got to get rid of it.
Yeah, probably 5 to 7 years ago, we took a really proactive stance in open possession of alcohol during Snake Saturday. It's illegal every day of the year.
Yeah.
But it is obviously compounded on Snake Saturday. We really want the people with the alcohol to be in the establishments that are authorized to serve the alcohol.
Yeah, that makes sense. Any plans? As a police chief changes, here's a new way of doing it. Is it been going just fine? Are you just going to status quo, or do you have some things coming up?
You know what? You mentioned it earlier. I got big shoes to fill. Chief Beamer and Chief Ladd prior to, our department's going really well right now. There's not a big need to come in and make a bunch of wholesale changes just to make changes.
Yeah.
One of the things we do see on the horizon, and we're experiencing it right now, is a little bit of attrition. So we've had almost 200, probably over 200 years of experience that have retired through 7 retirements within about the last 7 months.
Wow, incredible.
So we got a lot of good people in place ready to step up and take those spots.
Yeah.
But we need to fill the back end vacancies. So, law enforcement in general is experiencing problems with recruiting and retaining good police officers. We're no different. So, my message would be that's the biggest thing we're working on this year, is trying to find good people to fill those 7 positions that we just vacated. We got a few already online, but we need a few more. So if you know anybody looking for a job in law enforcement, send them our way.
Hey, listen, I know where you're going with this, but I'm too old.
All right.
I'm too old for this. Hey, thank you very much for having us out. I appreciate it. Hey, thanks for joining us for another episode of Living in 64116. Hey, if you like this episode, please comment on it or like it. Most importantly, share it so more people can learn about what's happening in our neck of the woods. And we'll see you next week.